presentation. So if you'd like to ask questions towards the end, I don't mind at all. And anyone who is new, welcome. It's good to see you. And those of you who just enjoy the series, it's great to see you as well. So thank you. And always, this is going to be on my YouTube channel. So feel free to share, right? The more we share, the more you're welcome. The more we share, the more people are going to be aware of this wonderful world of frequency energy medicine, something that's been around for so long, and yet it hasn't been exposed the way that it has now in this time that we're living in, because people really, really have a lot of issues that stem from mental and emotional things that they go through. So my name is Temna, and my last name is Sturdivant. And for those that don't know you, I am a traditional naturopath. I am a bioenergy and nutritional consultant, and now a quantum living advocate. I definitely enjoy working with people and helping them feel better naturally. It's been my passion for 30 years. So whenever I have an opportunity, if I hear someone doesn't feel well and I know that there's a natural remedy, I speak up and I share with them because I care. And I want them to feel better naturally without using medications and surgery, if possible, right? So today, our whole presentation is all about frequency energy medicine for beginners. And I'm going to share my screen. And that always helps me to stay on track because there's so much to talk about. I can go off into tangent, right? All right, so here we go. Okay, so frequency energy medicine for beginners. Presentation once again is by myself, and we have a beautiful, beautiful guest speaker. Her name is Katarina Jones. I'm so excited to be able to introduce her to you in just a little bit. And Katarina is also a holistic health practitioner, and she's an author of the Burn Baby Burn series. She's a craniosacral therapist, and she's also a QLA as well. And I'll go into further detail about Katarina in just a little bit. She is a guru when it comes to frequencies. So I'm really excited to share this with you. So to get us started, we'll go to the next slide. So what if you had a technology app that could get rid of a headache? What if you had a technology app that could get rid of anxiety? What if you had a technology app that could get rid of pain? Does this concept sound out of this world? I don't know if any of you remember, it might be dating myself, but the Star Trek era and the Star Wars back in the day. We have two phenomenal individuals here on this slide. One is Albert Einstein, and he's quoted as saying, future medicine will be the medicine of frequencies. And then we have Nikola Tesla. If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. So now, what does this have to do with an app that can help with these scenarios? Well, that's where we're going to first share with you. Actually, here we go. So welcome to the future. This is the future. We are here today, frequency energy medicine and the AO scan. So once again, I'm going to invite at this time my very, very dear, amazing friend, Katarina Jones. And let's just give you a nice introduction, Katarina, to share with those the wonderful things that you have to offer here. So Katarina is a holistic therapist with a wide variety of tools. She started her journey with frequency medicine when she was diagnosed with cancer, breast cancer. It was cancer. Fascinated by the healing effects on the body, She delved deeper into the field of frequencies ranging from cold plasma Rife machines all the way to the biofeedback frequency generators. Not only is she an amazing therapist, again, she's also my friend. She also is an author of the book series here called Burn Baby Burn. You can get this series on Amazon. It's an excellent series. It says here the as needed guided journal to write and destroy. So things that you might be going through, grief and trauma. It's a wonderful series. So I invite everyone, please, to go grab themselves a copy. And with all things said, Katerina, I would love for you to continue and expose to us in depth the science behind frequencies. So we're going to have you all, please listen closely, because this is the root of frequency energy medicine. Katerina.
Thank you, Temna, for having me. I really appreciate it. If you know me, you know I love talking about frequencies. Temna mentioned that I was diagnosed with cancer 8 years ago, and that is when I learned about frequencies. I had known about them, just from listening to YouTube, but I didn't understand the depth of power that frequency has. And so I'm excited to talk to you about frequencies. So if we'll get started. The core of this discussion is the fact that everything in the universe is made up of energy, and this energy vibrates at various frequencies. Understanding energy and vibration. In order to appreciate energy medicine, it is essential to become familiar with energy and vibration. In physics, energy is defined as the capacity to do work. You can see here the different forms. It exists in kinetic energy, such as walking, thermal energy, such as heat coming from the fire, potential energy, a roller coaster getting ready to drop, and electromagnetic energy, as in microwaves or radio waves. At the most fundamental level, the protein, neuron, and electrons that make up atoms vibrate, and it is these vibrations that create the different energies. Okay. So, vibrations. Resonance or vibration is in the context of energy, refers to the movement of the particles in a substance or system. At the atomic level, particles naturally move, and this movement creates an oscillating pattern of waves. As you can see here in the picture, you hit the one tuning fork, and the vibrational frequency, depending on the tone that it collects, is picked up by the sister tuning fork. This is known as resonance. The next slide is going to show you the periodic table. Everybody's familiar with the periodic table. Depending on their composition, different substances will have their atoms vibrating at different frequencies. In essence, the frequency of a vibration determines the type of energy a substance possesses. Like vibrations come together to create the thing, such as in this diagram, silver, calcium, iron, gold. In our bodies, the liver, the eyes, the spleen, all of which here, these elements of the periodic table, you and I are made up of. So your DNA, like everything else in the universe, these biological constituents are composed of atoms that vibrate and generate. So number one, your DNA is solely yours and cannot be tied to anyone else. Number two, each aspect of your DNA has a specific vibrational frequency, like mentioned earlier, the iron, the copper. And if you add 1 and 2 together, you get number 3, which is your bioenergetic signature or your personal fingerprint or blueprint. Vibrational frequencies of emotions. This, what you're looking at here, is Dr. Hawkins' chart. He developed a scale that assigned distinct frequency values to different emotions, anywhere ranging from shame at 20 to enlightenment or spirituality at 700 and above. Emotions such as fear and anger had lower frequencies, while emotions like love and joy were found to have a higher vibration or frequency. So, healthy bodies versus unhealthy bodies. A healthy human body has a vibrational frequency ranging from between 62 to 70 megahertz. When certain conditions arise in the body, it changes the frequency of the organs and tissues that are affected by the condition. So when you have a cold or a flu, the frequency of the body is around 58 megahertz. When candida is present in your body, it drops the vibration to 55 megahertz. When you have Epstein-Barr or a glandular fever, the frequency is down to 52. And when you have cancer, it can go 42 or below. So I'd like to make a little side note here. The CDC has a living list of all frequencies of disease. When a new strain comes on the scene, that living list is updated. Using frequencies to support the body. So we see here, we are mostly water. The human body is actually more water than it is solid. And we all know that water conducts electricity. So when we use a frequency generator, such as an AO scanner, we can actually bring the different body systems into balance by introducing the vibrational frequency, like the tuning fork, and it gets picked up by the sister tuning fork. Your body does the same thing. So what is an AO scanner frequency generator? The AO scan is a biofeedback scanner and frequency generator all together in one app. The next video is going to be a 5-minute video explaining how it all works together.
Well then. Well, there's a will, where there's a will, there's a way, right? Let me go ahead and get it off here. And thank you, Katerina. You brought me back to my college years and even in school, my younger years, but that's the fundamentals. And it's important to remind ourselves and remember the fundamentals because that is the fundamentals of frequency energy medicine. Okay, so here's the video to put that all together for you. Here we go.
Everything has a frequency, even our bodies. The body's cells can create and receive energy. This energy is information that functions through sending and receiving specific frequencies. When these natural frequencies become mixed up, so does the body's ability to self-regulate and maintain healthy function. We begin to feel unwell. Maybe we are more tired than usual, or have a change in appetite. We may even become sick. When this occurs, the body's frequency level or vibration must be changed. When we want to listen to a particular radio station, we need to tune into the correct frequency of that station in order to reach it. Our bodies are the same way. We need to tune into the correct frequencies to reach the optimal state of being. What if you had a way to measure your own frequencies and, in turn, could use optimizing frequencies to improve your vibration? The answer is now available in the palm of your hand. The AO Scan technology by Solex sends and receives energy, frequency, vibration, and resonance signals, so you know what is going on inside your body. Designed to scan and measure frequencies, then compare them with their established blueprint, AO Scan is able to show variances. Using noise-canceling technology, AO Scan emits opposing frequencies that disable frequencies and chaos, so your body can rest. The result is a movement toward a balanced body and mind. So what exactly are we talking about? Let's get started. Think you can beat a lie detector test? Think again. Your voice will always tell the truth, whether you want it to or not. Did you know that your thoughts and emotions are carried in your vocal cords? No amount of masking your voice can change that fact. Our inner voice scan is derived from the same technology as a lie detector test. The Inner Voice program helps harmonize your emotional state, including concentration, creativity, and emotional intelligence. This program records a 10-second sample of your voice to isolate and analyze imbalances in your emotional state that present themselves through your vocal cords. The Inner Voice report will display 3 notes or octaves that are out of balance, as well as the main octave that is being suppressed, and 4 MP3 files are generated. These therapeutic songs, called balancing harmonics, will then play. These tones are unique to your energetic needs. The music files incorporate radionics, binaural beats, and other frequencies to support the balance of your emotional and mental well-being. It is best to listen to these tones first thing in the morning, right before you go to bed, and throughout the day whenever it crosses your mind. The Vitals Scan reads the energetic state of your blood biology to identify which areas are out of balance, and then sends optimizing frequencies to teach the body how to come back into balance. The information obtained from the scan includes reports of before and after the optimization. Have you ever worn a pair of noise-canceling headphones? Think of all the noise around you. When you put on the headphones, the outside noise disappears, and you are able to concentrate without all the distractions. This is likened to optimizing frequencies. You are getting rid of the chaos or the noise in your body. When a frequency is out of range, an offsetting optimizing frequency can bring your body's frequencies into range. Essentially, you're cutting the noise of the non-optimal frequencies. The comprehensive scan is, well, comprehensive. It reads and displays information of frequencies from over 130 organs, arteries, veins, glands, nerves, vertebrae, as well as the spine, digestive system, eyes, and lymphatic system, to identify their unique vibrational frequencies that are not in an optimal state. Just as with other scans in our program, optimization offers frequencies to teach the body to move towards balance. This mode of technology offers a comprehensive library of information that is constantly being upgraded on a regular basis. Let's talk about Cepheid, a shining star in the AO Scan technology. Cepheid is an acronym for Subtle Energy Frequency Imprinter. This technology presents a personal menu of thousands of frequencies that address various imbalances in the body. Cepheid is designed to capture, amplify, and imprint subtle energy frequencies that can be broadcast to an individual or imprinted into an object. Remember when we talked about trying to listen to a particular radio station, but needing to tune in to the correct frequency of that station in order to reach it? Cepheid is like the radio broadcaster, sending out the correct frequencies to help us reach the optimal state of being. The future in wellness is here and now readily available to all. Albert Einstein was right when he said, "Everything is vibration. Future medicine will be the medicine of frequencies." Welcome to that future and the endless possibilities in front of you.
Okay, so that was quite introduction and lots of information, and then now we just had the video. I'm going to open the open to question and answer before I actually demonstrate how you can use the app. Does anyone have any specific questions at this point that you'd like to ask? You want to ask Katerina or anything, or myself, before I actually share? And if anyone would like to even share a testimonial, if what you use the app for, and then I'll go ahead and go into the demonstration to show how we use it. Anyone have anything specific to share? I know for myself,
I must be an amazing teacher of physics if they don't have any science questions. I'm just going to say that.
yes, you are. Okay, go ahead, Shirley. That's fine.
You know me, I'm always gonna have something to say.
love
Can you hear me? Because I've been having problems with my Zoom. Is it okay? Well, there's a lot of things that I could say because I see people that are using it, and I'm observing the healing process, but I want to wait till that's finished, so I'll do it at a future date. Myself can't live without it anymore, so it's just the go-to thing. Like, oh, I feel like crap. Somebody, oh, why did they say that? Oh, that's sticking with me. That's bothering with me. I do my energy clearing, and I love that because we're meeting so many crazy people, and you have to deal with so much crazy in it. I don't want it to sink into me, so I just clear them out, protect myself with a shield, and go through my day. But there's lots of things, but I thought this was kind of funny. I know a person that's had a lot of problems with sleep and used a lot of sleep products, a lot of money with all the stuff, and it never really quite works. And so I've got a sleep playlist that I use. There's various leads, and it's been a process, but it's been effective. And so what really told me that it was working was we were both attending a conference, and I was rushing, and so I forgot to turn off his sleep playlist. So we were rushing out, and usually in the morning, this person, if we're at a conference, they have a problem, you know. And so I said, oh, well, they're a little sleepy. But this was coming into like 3 o'clock, and he's like, I can't stay awake. I said, you can't stay awake? I mean, like, really, it's 3 o'clock. He said, I can't stay awake, you know. And so we were just, you know, I was drinking coffee, doing everything. It was so funny. So I got home, and it was late, and 10 o'clock, I said, oh my gosh, I forgot to turn off the sleep playlist. So that was evidence that worked for me, because that just does not happen. That hadn't happened before, and to me that was evidence that worked. So I had to tell that story.
I love it. Yeah, and that's one of the things I love about the app too, is it's fast, right? It's literally putting your health in the palm of your hands. Love it.
But I
Okay,
just had
Vilma? Oops, I'm sorry.
I had to add that all of that about the money being spent in it, because, you know, some people just might put them to sleep right away, and that's no big thing. But this particular person, this will not happen. This has been years trying to get this person to have an uninterrupted sleep process, and it's helping more and more, and he's getting through that. The dreams are coming. So
I love it. Good. Thank you for sharing. All right, Vilma, I see your hand.
Yes, good evening, everyone. This is a little bit on the personal side, I would say. We just had an incident with my husband about like 2 weeks ago. And one of the things that was so surprising, that when we were in the hospital, the scanner just brought out exactly where my husband was having his problem. Everything else was just fine, but where this man was having a problem. And we were just stunned to know that it picked up so well where he was having his problem. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, because it really has been a tremendous help for us. And we can see the benefits of it. So I just wanted to share that precise moment, it knew exactly what was going on with him.
I love it. Thank you, Vilma. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, the scans are precise. That's why I love it too. I use it in my practice. Misha, I see your hand. Would love for you to hear what you have to share.
Hello. I have a couple of things that I found interesting as I've been using some of the technology. The first one is from my mother, who has been using the 660 band, and she's been using it pretty consistently for the past 2 or so weeks. And after actually longer than that, but after the second week, she said, my skin tags are disappearing. I said, really? Oh, that's interesting. And for me, this one was so I stay in a lot of hotels. I travel for a living and I stay in a lot of hotels. So I don't want this to freak you out, but last week I got bit by a bed bug. And it's happened several times over the past 10 years. So I know how my body reacts, and it does not react well. I get this post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, and the areas where I got bit just turn really dark, and they're inflamed and they're hot, and they're just it's just a nasty sight. But this time I did not get that. I got very little pigmentation afterwards. They healed very fast. I just found that intriguing. And this is literally the only thing I'm doing different is using the inner voice almost on a daily basis, sometimes multiple times a day, and running a scan every couple of days as far as, the comprehensive or one of the easy scan. And so, yeah, I thought those two things were a little intriguing.
I think they are too. Thank you for sharing. All right, Tracy, I see your hand. Please share.
My example just has to do with just regular pain and just from day to day. And from time to time, I would get sciatica pain. And and sometimes I do forget to run my scans, And so I had pain that was radiating probably for about 36 hours before I said, why didn't I run a scan? Why didn't I run a scan? So I start my scan, and it was, if anyone has had that sciatica pain, it's not something that you can not think about, right? You're consistently thinking about it. And so I run my scan, I get in the shower, and I was probably out of the shower and dressed when I realized, oh, right. So I still felt it, but I had to really, really think about it to feel it. But it took just that quickly for it to subside to the point where it wasn't top of mind. And I ran it all night, and by the next morning it was gone.
I love it. Yes, exactly. And can you imagine whatever time that was, that you would have had to go here or there or wait the next day or whatever, a chiropractor, what have you, but in the palm of your hand, you have that cell phone turning into a frequency generator. And I see.
Can I make a quick comment about those last two? The body is amazing because when we put out all the little fires in our body, the things that our bodies are fighting off on many different fronts, your immune system is so amazing that it can target the big problem. Which this scanner is incredible at bringing the body into balance, harmonizing those energies so that, okay, these are all in balance now that we're out of balance, and it shows you on the report. So now you can fight the big things. Like Temna had mentioned, I had cancer. I had colon cancer. I didn't have the circumstances to go get chemo, radiation, surgery, all of that stuff, because I'm a single mom. I needed to pay a mortgage. I needed somebody to care for me. I didn't have that, so I did it completely natural. And I'm so grateful that I was introduced to Rife Frequencies, because it was incredible to see how quickly the body responds to being brought into balance. And what you two, the last two especially, just shared was the body was brought into balance, and it was able to do what it normally can do. So I just wanted to give a shout out to the body.
I love it. And Tracy mentioned Rife Frequencies. In the AOS app, in that software, you have access to all of Rife's frequencies. So in a second, when I demonstrate, I'll be able to show you that. So it's powerful stuff. Okay, and then we have Shannon. Thank you, sweetie. I would love to hear what you have to share. I see your hand. Okay, all right. Well, we might be having some technical difficulties. So if you have to share, no worries, just go ahead and you can unmute yourself when Zena's done. Okay, so Zena, you want to share?
Yes, I just want to say it's been a major game changer for my entire family and myself. Just, whenever somebody has an issue and they bring it up, we send frequencies or do scans and there's improvement. The biggest one I will have to say is my mother-in-law. She's been living with us since October. And when she came to live with us, she was in very bad shape, constant, excruciating pain, very depressed, extremely low energy. And the family just can't believe how much better she's doing. She started off using our skin and now she has her own and she gets a lot of frequencies and she lets me know about every little ache and pain. And before she was used to just feeling bad all the time. And now she's so used to feeling good. Any little thing that happens, she lets me know and I adjust her frequencies and she's just thoroughly appreciating it. We all are.
I love it. And I'm gonna go back to
Hi.
Shannon. Hi.
yeah.
Okay, we got you. Okay, go ahead. I'll be
Yes.
quiet.
Hi, apologies. I was trying to work Zoom from my cell phone today and had some technical difficulties. I know I'm kind of jumping in late here, but I wanted to say I'm so excited about the technology here and what it can do. I myself have kind of gone down the path of integrative health just throughout life, and then now really actively trying to immerse myself in functional medicine and naturopathic. So I'm really excited to hear about this device. So my question would be regarding kind of the administration of this. So is this more of a app that's based on science, or is it kind of because I know when you go into like naturopath and even functional, kind of depending on how deep you're going, it can tie in mind, body, and spirit. So I guess my question is this an app that kind of ties in spiritual underpinnings, or is it, strictly science-based? Like this is a, science-based app that based off of science, we're going to help, bring your body into balance, or is it, have some type of spiritual or cultural, base to it?
Okay, that's a beautiful question. That's a beautiful question. So, and then Katarina, please
Thank
chime
you.
in as well. Yeah, thank you, Shannon. So the AO software, the technology it's based on science. It's a
Okay.
science of frequencies. And
I would love to definitely chime in on this because this is
They-
my jam.
okay, go ahead, girl, jam.
I
I'm trying to make it simple, but go ahead.
I do many modalities. When I started learning, because I'm a Christian, when I started
Okay.
learning about natural approaches, I learned from somebody who taught me to question everything. If
Okay.
it cannot be proven to you scientifically, you don't know where the origins are. And
Yes.
so I am very, very specific in what I choose to do and what I choose not to do. So it's interesting. My battery was dying and I had to come over and plug it in. And I noticed that this is actually my cold plasma Rife machine. I don't know if you can see it behind me.
Okay.
That was my first introduction to Rife frequencies. And it's interesting because I had to learn so much science because the generator actually sends the sound frequency of what you program. Like I literally have to go in and put in the frequencies I want it to run. And then it generates it, sends it through speaker wires to the base of the candle, which the vibration ignites the argon and helium inside the globe to create a cold plasma field. That's
Oh,
a lot
wow.
of science.
A lot of science.
A lot of science. Having done research throughout those 8 years, I've looked at several different frequency generators. This app is based solely on the science of the vibrations, logging the vibrations. There's bioherbalism books that record the frequencies of everything. I work with a group of doctors that when COVID-19 came out, the group was very upset because the CDC was taking a very long time to release the frequency of the COVID. Because once you have the frequency, you can have the balancing harmonics to balance it out and destroy the pathogens from it.
Okay.
Okay, so having those different frequencies already generated, already in public use, the frequency generator AO scan, that's all it's using. It's using a database of frequencies. It's scanning you. It is sending 10,000 frequencies into you and like pinging back. Your body pings back. It's like when you go to an orchestra and you're like, okay, violas, let's hit an A. And the viola's like, yeah, no, this one's out of balance. That one's out of balance. And so the app registers what is out of balance, and then afterwards it optimizes it. So it holds the A to bring all of the violas into balance with the A, and then it's in balance. But then it gives you a report that says, well, you know what? Chair B and viola number 3 did not come into balance. So now we look for patterns and we say, okay, so every time I scan, this thing doesn't come into balance. I need to go look at the chemistry of why it's not coming in balance.
Okay.
Now, did that answer your question, or did I make 5 other questions for you?
No, I mean, I have a background in pharma. I was a pharma rep for Abbott for several years. And so I know the science, but I also was a nutraceutical rep. So, from the Christian, that was my, and I'm glad you announced that, as a Christian, I'm doing more research in functional integrative medicine, naturopath. And, when I hear about, different things, people use gyms, people use all type of different things that are contradictory to my my religion and values. So I just wanted to, ensure if it's medicine, Jesus put medicine out there so we can, help each other, deal with different conditions. So, if it's science or medicine based, I'm all for it. I just wanted to, ensure it wasn't like linked to something that.
Perfect. Yes, I agree. This earth holds everything we need to feel better. I mean, if you look at our DNA strand, we're made up of the elements of the earth. And
Yeah.
so all of those elements have its own signature frequency. And if we can bring that frequency in harmony, now don't get me wrong, we're not going to cure everything because this world is not set up for everybody to be in balance and
Right.
all the time.
I love it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Katerina. Oh, I'm sorry, Shannon.
Oh, no, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for asking. That was great. And then Katerina, thank you so much for that explanation. That I really think that was phenomenal. So appreciate you. Okay, so let's continue with actually showing the demonstration of the app. Okay, and then afterwards we'll open up to more question and answer and comments. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Let's see. Couple buttons, share again. Here we go. All right. So this is the app home page. You have access to the app by simply Googling app.aoscan.com. You cannot get the app from the App Store. Okay. So by Googling app.aoscan.com, you would enter your username and password, and you would have access to this app. Later on, I'll show you how you can get your username and password. It's very simple. Just create an account. But to go into detail as to what the app has to offer. Some highlights that I really wanted to share for today is the fact that you can imprint the frequencies of your supplements, your herbs, your oils, whatever it might be, into your software. And at a click of the button, here's the quick scan, either the morning, midday, or afternoon, or custom, we'll do custom for now. You can click on it. It'll share with you in 10 seconds what are the top supplements that your body needs for the moment. Now, I personally started on myself and just did only what the supplements, because I was taking a lot of supplements and I was thinking to myself, well, let's see if this works. Well, I only did the supplements that were suggested 3 times a day. I actually felt so much better. It was less for my body to have to consume and digest and process. And I ended up spending a third less of the amount of money that I was spending on, I mean, you know how it is. You read about something and everything sounds good and you have to take it because it sounds good and amazing and you think you need it. So to have that simplified, the supplements, it takes the guesswork out of supplements. I love that feature about the app. Again, being able to put your health back into your hands. You also have access to the quick scan, other components you heard earlier, Shirley talking about clearing and shielding. So I also enjoy this part of the app because when you're around people, you do absorb people's energy. Have you ever felt after you've talked to someone or been around them, you just feel exhausted? They might have sucked you dry.
Yes.
Okay. So for instance, so what I do is, in order for me not to absorb everyone's energy, especially because I'm an empath, that's what I do. I want to help you, so I absorb your energy. I come into QuickScan in between each client, and I do a energetic clearing and then an energetic shielding. And for me, that helped me with burnout, fatigue throughout the day. At the end of my day, I used to feel energetically exhausted. I actually had to lay down or hug a tree or go outside and do some sort of grounding, right? So now that's one of the features that I really encourage everyone to do, so that you don't have the weight of the world on your shoulders. Okay, it's very important to have that cleared. It also gives you 3-minute boosts throughout the day. Okay, so again, that's the quick scan. Then you have access to the inner voice. So the inner voice part of the software, this is where in the video you saw the young lady speaking, in her cell phone microphone. Really cool. 10 seconds, that's all it takes. So 10 seconds of your voice recorded, and then the technology will share with you your balancing harmonics. Remember, the top 4 frequency tones are the ones that of your voice. Those are the deepest thoughts that you might be going through, whether it's trauma, whether if it's just something like just the deepest thoughts and emotions that you might be going through. So it'll generate the frequencies that you need to listen to balance those frequencies in the brain that are out of balance. So then you actually mentally and emotionally feel a difference. Now I challenge all my newbies, when you get your app, 21 days, if you just play, you see right here, you can play for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or continuous, or you can use the classic tone and just play the balancing harmonics. They're already pre-made right here. It's the same tones, just one is all done for you. The other one is customized. You can customize it. Anyways, 21 days, listen to those tones, morning, evening, fresh tones. It's a game changer. It is a game changer. Mental fatigue, mental chit chat, sleeping, energy. It's a game changer. So I challenge all of you to do the same. And if you're new and you get your app, again, inner voice in the morning and at night, listening to those tones, it really does help support mental health. Then we have the reports, and the reports are awesome. You heard another young lady with her testimony of how accurate they are. So the reports are wonderful. The reports are quite detailed. I personally feel that it depends on the level of anatomy and physiology that you have, or as a practitioner, excellent. And also the body systems report, vitals report, the terminology, a lot of people enjoy being able to see their body as far as food sensitivities of the blood panel, the chakras, which are not woo-woo. Chakras are an extension of your endocrine, your neuroendocrine system, your gastrointestinal system, meridians, etc. So great information so that you have access to be able to monitor your health, or also with the practitioner. Then we have Cephi. Now this module is phenomenal. Do you guys know, if you're a new one, you may not know this, but in Cephi, this is called Subtle Energy Frequency Imprinter. You're able to imprint the frequencies into an imprintable item so you can wear it, and that those frequencies will support your energetic field. We talked earlier about the Rife frequencies. They're right here under the frequency category. And you can see, look at the list of frequencies that you have access to. Abdominal pain, acute pain, anemia, etc., appendicitis, arteries, asthma. So this is where you can say if you're not feeling well, you have gas or bloating, or here we go, dizziness or earache. Okay, earache. You would click on earache, and you have the option of placing the imprintable item right on top of the fractal amplifier. This is a display for you to see that it is imprinting. Below, you see that you can either erase the frequencies or imprint the frequencies onto that item, and then you can wear it. You can also broadcast the frequencies. So send the frequencies to the person, yourself, if it's for you, and those frequencies will again support your energetic field to bring it back into balance, and then you will be able to feel a difference. So really, really powerful technology, again, in the palm of your hand, turning your cell phone or your Android, your iPhone, Android, or your tablet or laptop, right? This is my laptop, into a frequency generator. So you have access to all the different frequencies, even homeopathic frequencies are there. And then you have access to be able to create a custom playlist, which is beautiful. So you can create a playlist of the different frequencies that you want in that playlist and have it already prepared. And again, the option to imprint, broadcast those frequencies to you or an imprintable item. Then we have AO MindSync. Now this also is a game changer. AO MindSync, what this does is you're able, you know the power of words. Words are very powerful. And having positive words will, like Katarina mentioned in her part of the presentation, will raise your vibration. It'll raise your frequencies. Raise that. It'll help with mental and emotional negativity and things like that by saying the words that you need to hear that will make you feel more positive, and to null and void the negative. So what MindSync is all about is you're able to record a custom affirmation, or you can scan, and again, in just a couple seconds, it'll share with you exactly which affirmation script you need, and then you can record your own voice saying those affirmations. And I'll press it here. I achieve whatever I set my mind to. I welcome receiving the highest and best for all, etc., etc. So once you record your voice saying those affirmations, you get to play them. Do you know how powerful it is to hear your voice telling yourself affirmations? Once again, complete game changer. So many different levels. I could actually keep going on and on. Obviously, I kind of like that one.
I'm going to add a little something to that also. They designed the AO MindSync that when it plays music in the background, the offset hertz is interesting. Those hertz are actually programmed specifically to you to open up the theta waves in your brain that makes you more susceptible to what you hear. It's like the first 5 minutes when you're awake in the morning, you are most susceptible for what you will believe for the day. So having those going at the same time as it's hearing your voice, it is extremely powerful to make your mind over. And don't
Yeah.
forget, Body Systems has those beautiful hormone reports because,
Oh.
I'm sure I'm the only one who has, to check my hormones. But yes, the last bit on the bottom lets you know what hormones are out of balance, as well as what you need to, kind of keep in the forefront of your mind.
Yeah,
That's
and actually, the sample that I have here, let me see. It's nice. Let me show you. So you just click on hormones, you scan, and it automatically will optimize the body. Again, takes us a couple seconds. And then it'll generate, there you go, Katarina's favorite, the hormones. Excellent tool. Tracy, did you have a question? Oh, maybe it was from earlier. Okay.
Hi, this is Shannon. I don't know if my hand went down, but I do have a question. Hormones are my frenemies, so that's all I'm going to say about it. So I'm on hormone estrogen blockers right now because I've had acne all through my 20s, 30s, and now I'm 41. So I've done Accutane, and long story short, I knew it had to be hormonal. So finally I said I was not going to do all the pharmaceuticals, and I'm on estrogen blockers and DHT blockers, and I've noticed decreased acne for sure, 80% decrease, my hair's fuller, all of the good stuff. So I know that, the functional medicine helped there. So my question is this: with respect to the app, are the vibrations able to help put the body back in balance as far as the hormones, or will I kind of need to still incorporate these all natural estrogen blockers? It's like vegetables, and it's all natural, organic, to just kind of bring down your estrogen. So that's my question. Like, will it balance it, or will it just kind of give me a read on where my hormones are, and I just need to incorporate, what I've been doing?
Go ahead, Katarina. It's your favorite.
It's going to help bring the body into balance. Now, if you're already taking things to suppress it, then your body's already going to be programmed to do that. I would also, you keep an eye. I use the hormone app too, or the hormone section of the app to keep a check on, are things staying in balance? Are they raising up a little bit? What do I need to do to keep them? And if you want to keep them low and you're scanning yourself and it's saying that your estrogen is low regularly, then that's great. Then you're able to monitor, or if it's coming into balance, you can, up your estrogen blockers like, cumin oil or, the things that you're already doing.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, so let me go back to our presentation and watch this work now. All right, so obviously we are excited to share with you the fact that you too can get relief, like myself, like Katarina, like those that have shared their testimonials tonight, and thousands of people worldwide who are using the AOScan app. We call it the Solex Nation. So again, you can get the app by going app.aoscan.com. Actually, the slide here also shows on my YouTube, Temna QLA is my YouTube, different other, some more testimonials of people that have used the app, along with specific dietary changes and things like that, just incorporated it in their lifestyle. So if you'd like to learn more, you can, take a little bit of time to take a look at those, getting some help and things like some testimonials. And
So I'm excited.
right, so I
Me too.
am Oh
Yeah.
gosh,
Veronica,
a
it's
beautiful
good to see
Suzanne.
you.
And Suzanne was gracious enough. I didn't expect that one. Okay, so the way that you get your app, it's a subscription to the technology. The subscription to the technology is a beautiful thing because the original AO scanner, it's about $40,000 plus you have training and things like that. And typically it's only for practitioners. So the fact that they have it, the same technology, the same software in an app form, the monthly subscription is $149 for the month, and you have access to everything on the app. And the beautiful thing with Solex is they're adding new things to the app, and their promise is they will not increase that price. So that's a beautiful thing. So you have access to that. And so what I'd like to do is anyone who is new and you'd like to get your app tonight to give it a try, you can, again, connect with the person that referred you to the meeting. So if it was myself, or if it was Misty, or if it was Shirley, or if it was Katarina, whoever referred you to this presentation, you connect with them. And we are all what's called affiliates or quantum living advocates, and would be more than willing to show you how to subscribe and get your app. Because again, you cannot get it on your app store. Okay, perfect. And let's see, does anyone have any other specific questions? I am available afterwards if you'd like to get your subscription. I don't mind at all to help you with that and to get you started. But does anyone have any other specific questions or comments? I think that was very nice and thorough. Okay, so once again, thank you, Katarina. I appreciate you coming and sharing. That was really awesome. And just for all of you to have a bit of excitement, I'm excited. Katarina is actually putting together a nice, another presentation, a nice series to this one. And so if any of you would be interested in listening to that one, please make sure that you could send me a text message to 704-368-4447, and I'll be sure to add you to the email list so that when Katarina has the next one, we'll let you know. I really appreciate your time. Thanks again, Katarina. Appreciate you. And I appreciate your friendship.
It was my pleasure. You know, I really get excited. I get a little too excited sometimes talking about this, but you know, when my grandmother died of cancer, colon cancer, actually, of course. So the fact that I was able to not only treat it naturally and have a quality of life, it's a blessing. It really is. And so, of course, I want to share that with others.
Yes, completely agree. Very good. All righty. Well, thank you all. Enjoy the rest of your night and stay well, my friends.
Thank you, Katarina.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Take care, everyone.
Thank you.
you.
Have a good one.
Thank you. Thank you. Me
You're
too.
welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, Timna. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you.
And
And I see
I
those in the chat. You're
quite some
welcome.
but that was